As you saw in the crawl, um, your characters have met up in the town of Anchorhead, which, if you're unfamiliar with it, um, I should start doing this like GM style. Um, you meet up in the town of Anchorhead, which is a place of good for nothings and pirates and scoundrels and
Aye.
wheelers and dealers, and it's a large city on Tatooine. Um, you guys are welcome if you'd like to make make knowledge checks. Uh, if you'd like, based on or you're welcome to make knowledge checks. Let me just double check the skills that you guys should have here.
I say we get to this wheeling
You're
and
welcome to
dealing.
make intelligence checks on the outer rim if you'd like to know a little bit more about the city and your surroundings. If you don't, we'll just continue.
I think
Intelligence.
we should do that.
Okay.
Agreed.
So, Miles, what would you roll then for outer rim intelligence?
Okay. This is on my character sheet.
It is,
Okay. Outer rim.
Can I help him?
or it should be intelligence. Yeah. Well, I mean,
Oh, this-
basically, you guys could share that knowledge with each other, but
Because my intellect's 4. If
Okay.
you want me to do it.
Ooh, yeah, he's smart.
all right.
I'm a dummy,
Yeah,
so
Alex, you're welcome to do it. Miles, yours would
All right,
just
I'll do
be
it.
yours would just be an intelligence check, Miles,
Okay.
which is tied to your. Let me just see what I gave you here. Yeah, yours is a more basic sheet, but you would make basically an intellect check with one yellow die.
Okay.
So
Should I do that now?
yeah, or Alex, are you making the check right now?
I'll do
It's
the check.
Okay, it's an easy check. So, whatever your intelligence is, or your outer world's intelligence, outer rim intelligence, make that check with one purple die.
Wait, what's outer rim intelligence? Is that something else?
Outer rim intelligence. Well, do you have outer rim intelligence on you?
is that in your skills?
No, it's not.
Skills still.
What am I looking at?
Okay, why don't you just make a streetwise check then?
Okay. I don't have any streetwise, so I don't want to do it.
Okay. So I have. Do I have to have a black circle in that box to do it?
Am
No,
I
your
missing
your
something?
stats, right? Your stats have
Right, it's on your stat sheet.
one of them is streetwise, and I have 0 in that. So
I have 2 green diamonds.
same here. I only have 2.
Oh, streetwise, 2 green, 1 yellow.
Well, you guys have relatively incomplete sheets. I'm sorry. They're more basic sheets. Okay, Miles, why don't you go? What is your so your knowledge, Miles? You'll be making one yellow die and a green die with one
Okay.
purple die. Okay,
1 yellow die, 1 green die, 1 purple die.
and roll it.
All right, go team.
All right,
One,
it's a
one, one.
success.
Yay!
So you know that Anchorhead has a multitude of aliens in it because it is a hub in the outer world. So you will probably be running into non-human characters for sure. So and you'll probably be dealing with them. And the character that sent you the message on the data pad asking you to come and perform an errand for him, Tyro. He could be of any. He could be of any alien species.
Sentient
So
one.
right. So You guys met up. Your characters met up at the highest weather vane in Anchorhead, and you guys are all there, and you guys all have data pads in hand, and you run into each other.
Go on.
Your turn.
And then,
Our turn.
what do you guys want to do?
I think that we should probably stick together. Obviously, this is kind
You
of
guys, your characters know each other.
yeah. At least Grady and I do. We're familiar with each other.
One of
Well-
our up-and-coming excursions, if that's what you want to call it.
Well, basically everyone
Well,
knows.
as characters, I would invite you to discuss your plans and discuss what the what you guys know and formulate a plan.
So basically, we need to meet up with Tyro, but we don't want to give away who we are yet because we want to maintain a low profile.
If we want to do that, we do need him to come out and show himself. Therefore, he's going to expect one of us to come out and show ourselves. But he doesn't need to know that all three of us received and responded to the message. I believe only one of us should actually...
I'll give you guys the message, by the way, that you found on your micro data pads. They're heavily encrypted, so extremely hard to hack into, and only one apparent message can be found on them. I heard that you all were the right folks for a specific problem I might need remedied. Extremely massive bonuses will be given upon meeting with me and completion of my task. Thousands of credits on the line, and even more lucrative rewards upon completion. And you guys your characters know that you all were on the same shuttle headed towards Anchorhead. That it was in space. It landed in Anchorhead, because it is a pretty big hub. And you guys woke up to them on the trip, placed on your bedside table in what you thought to be a locked room.
obviously a powerful dude. With
Sneakster. So I think that I can't go out in public because I'm the senator's daughter, and it would be too obvious, I guess, for everyone to like. It'd cause like a big scene. So I guess maybe I should stick behind, and you guys should go ahead.
All right, then I'll go and talk to him then. How about that? Since
I'll go with you. He needs a
so we're gonna be like
experienced
bodyguards.
talker and gunner on this meeting. But where do we
Alright,
go?
now that you guys have a general outline, you see what you recognize to be, in a relatively busy street, protocol droid come up to you, approach you, and he's looking at you with empty, glowing eyes, all three of you, and he sees the data pads in hand, and he says, "Ah, you have received my master's call.
Well,
I take it you're not very talkative folk."
I'm sorry, I don't know the prompting. Okay, we're fine. So I would ask him what he's talking about, like kind of like trying to verify how he knows. So I would just say, who's your master?
My master is Tyro, a well-respected and perfectly formed businessman in this town, and also on the whole planet of Tatooine.
And what
He has
business
a special-
do you have with us?
He said that he would prefer to talk to you himself about the job.
It's hard to talk to him when we don't know where he's at.
Follow me, please. You guys, you guys are welcome to follow him if you'd like. He starts teetering on his tightly wound but well-oiled legs down a busy street, and approaches a relatively like a medium-sized to small-sized what looks to be shop. It's similar. Let me see if I can drag you guys. Hold on one second. It's made out of hard and hardened sand, basically, like all the houses are. Let me just double check if I have an image for you here. You guys are welcome to ask questions or like look around or whatever you want while I figure this out.
So, what kind of shop is it? Is there any signage out front?
It says Tyro's Trades.
Sounds suspicious. I think we should still send only one person in.
I disagree. He already knows we all received the message. He dropped him off at our bedside.
Yeah, we might as well.
He just found us
all
all.
go in there.
Droid found us all together talking. So
So you want to have like one guy go in, but like watch the door, just to make sure no thugs come in after us.
no, I'm saying we go all in on this one. We have no idea what we're dealing with, and it's better for us all to be together.
Okay.
You guys are all armed as well, as you know.
I have a blaster.
I believe you all have blasters.
I whip back my trench coat.
But that is not uncommon
Right.
in this on this whole planet.
I keep my hands at my waist next to
Very
my
good.
blaster.
One moment here. And this
Casually.
is gonna be really cool if I can get this to work.
Where are we looking? Which window?
I'll show you. I basically control the adventure here. It's in Roll20.
Oh, okay.
You guys should be able to see this.
Yes.
So this is on the, towards the outskirts of Anchorhead, and his shop is in a similar looking shop that you see here. But it is relatively large, and you notice that there's probably a fair amount of storage in there. So
More than the tabletop we see when we walk in.
so you guys all choose to go in. Is that correct?
Correct.
Yes.
Yes.
Right, very good. You're all going in.
Yeah,
The droid, he goes, by the way, my name is D720. I'm happy to show you to my master Tyro's shop and introduce you to my master Tyro. And you walk in to the shop. What you see first is you see a lot of crates, metal crates, and a lot of, like, it looks to be almost like a warehouse, but at the very front of it, near a desk and also a supercharged land speeder, you see a lot of what looks to be customized weapons, plated armor, and also there's a lot of technologically sound goods. So you guys are welcome to make any checks upon entering the building as to what you see, what you perceive, and what you anything you might find that might be valuable.
Any checkers in what?
Do we have to do a roll here?
So
I mean, we can't
if you
obviously
like-
start inspecting and opening the crates.
Right, obviously, but it's just general knowledge based on what your character knows. So if you'd like to make any checks, because the whole storyline here is completely free form. So you guys can do whatever you think your character would do, and any knowledge that you think your character might have or you might be able to take advantage of, you're welcome to propose, that you'd like to do this at this time. So
what,
basically,
is this a
as
roll
the
situation or
well, it can be. I'm just saying that keep that in mind as we go through this adventure. Really, try to imagine what your character might be doing in this situation, and also go ahead and feel free to say, "I'd like to do this." Or my character looks around and tries to identify maybe how much this technology is worth, or if he knows anything about the rarity of the land speeder or whatnot.
okay?
So, did you guys have any questions about what I just said?
No, that's fine. I pick a position away from the two other I walked in with, but close to the guns. Lean against the wall and act nonchalant,
Okay.
while taking close attention to what kind of weaponry is available.
Okay. Excellent. What I'll do is I'll have you make a let's do a perception check, please, Grady. Which is attached to your cunning. You should have something a perception check, and I'm gonna make it because some of these items are a little rare. I'm gonna make it a moderate check, or an average check, which will be 2 purple dice.
2 purple dice. And then, what else do I do? Is that it? Just roll?
2 purple dice, and then whatever your
Perception.
your perception.
3. Perception?
Perception is more related. I mean, even though you're specialized, you have a specialized skill sort of in noticing, or like knowing, kind of like weaponry and goods.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna do it with perception right now. So what is your perception?
Where am I looking?
It should be on
That's
your
your
character
stat.
sheet.
Your stat sheet.
Yeah, I have my stat sheet, but
And then
Okay.
the
It should be
skill,
perception, cunning?
Yeah.
cunning. I have cunning, which is 3.
Right. Okay. Oh, you don't. Okay. Hold on 1 sec. Perception, skullduggery. Oh, I see. Yeah, you have a more. Okay. So you have your cunning is 3. Why don't you please roll 1 yellow die and 2 green for me against 2 purple.
Along with the 2 purple.
Yes. So it's 1 dice pool. All right. So
Success.
Matwa just rolled a success and 2 advantages. So Matwa notices that there are some really valuable and high trade items that could fetch a fair amount on both on the regular market and the black market. So you know that whoever this trader is knows his goods. All right?
I may not be worried completely about trading the weapons, but as for whether or not those weapons are going to be used with the transport of whatever goods are in the crates.
There you go. Okay. So you're saying that the crates might have something even more valuable than the weapons themselves.
Whatever mission we're called for here is extremely dangerous, requiring the high grade of weapons we just discovered.
Okay. All right. Well, so you kind of have a little insight into Tyro's trading. He D720 says, "I'd like to introduce my master, Tyro the Great." And this Snivian pops up. And he says, "Finally, someone got my message."
I exchange a look with Gray, and then I decide to use my charm on him to kind of start off to a amicable.
Okay.
But,
What do you plan on saying with your charm? Like, what's attached to it?
well, seeing as I'm like the only female of the group, I kind of just want to be a little coy and act like we know something that he doesn't know, even though he was the one who ambushed us with this task.
Okay. So what would you like to say?
I'd like to say, no, it is us who finally meets you.
All right. Why don't you make a charm check then against his charm?
Okay.
Or I'm sorry, it would be against his. We're gonna make it against his streetwise. So his streetwise, and we'll say you pull a. So Miles, what I want you to do is roll your charm against his streetwise. So go ahead and roll whatever charm you have.
So would that be 1 yellow and 1 green?
Okay.
And
So
roll it?
Yep. Okay, and he's rolling as well. All right. So this is what's known as a contest. Basically, your charm is going against his streetwise. So you, since you had more successes, actually won the contest. So he
Uh-huh.
finds you. He looks over at Eudora, and he thinks she is an absolutely stunning woman. Seems to have great composure about herself, and he says, "Wow, I didn't know that my associate invited such beautiful women for the task I was about to set to you. What a waste."
Wow, that sounds a little threatening.
It's not threatening as much, it's just that I haven't had luck with the people I've hired in the past for this specific task. But let's not dilly-dally. You obviously came here because I promised you many things. I'd like to get to the point of it all. And he he wants to, and he leads you back into his back meeting room.
Who
And
goes first? I assume Miles struts in as he holds the curtain open.
I want to ask him where's the money that
The
he
money?
promised us in the
Okay.
meeting.
You'd like to do that? Okay.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, I don't have all my cash is tied up in business right now, but I can promise that you will be rewarded handsomely after after you complete this task. Please, let's talk about it.
Go ahead.
All
So
right.
you guys are all,
Sorry,
you guys are going back in. Are you guys going back into the room? So
Yeah.
okay, this will be
I
a good.
shrug and lead in last.
Okay, so this will be a good way to figure out how to ping. I'd like you guys to move your characters in this back room with the 2 pillars. That's these drums of oil. Are you guys
Can't see
able to do
anything
that
but
still?
the ugly
Yeah, I
face
still have
right
a
now.
picture of the.
Oh, okay, sorry.
Tyro's
There you go.
face.
That
Yep.
should work now.
All right. What
So
back
go ahead
room
and move
you
your
to?
characters there. This
With
is
the oil
near the
drums?
near the oil drums and the 2 pillars.
Hmm.
There you go. Matway is strutting up against the wall.
Of course. Also next to that crate.
So, Tyro says, "I trust my droid told you everything you needed to know about it. I'd just like to fill you in on the details."
Your droid told us nothing.
All that we gathered is that.
Damn
There
that
you go.
D7. I should have had him rewired a long time ago.
So why don't you start us from the beginning? Why do you need our help?
I run a very reputable and perfectly legitimate business.
Reputable.
You haven't heard of me?
And I think we all know not legitimate.
You haven't heard of the great Tyro?
Only in passing, and that passing was what I awoke to. So quit the games.
Oh, I thought you were charming. And wow, coming off rather abrasive, sweetheart. Let me explain my specific situation. I'm into trades. What market I trade on it? I trade my goods, whether it's white, black. I'm colorblind. I have a sticky situation here. Basically, I have goods transferred all over this globe, and they are constantly hijacked by 2 smugglers that transport my goods off this planet before I can even get my hands on them.
So you're looking for bodyguards.
My bodyguards haven't done anything about these guys. I've fired all of them. or they're dead. Anybody that I've hired beforehand, these guys have taken care of them.
Well, we are by no means soldiers. So what exactly are you looking from us?
Resourcefulness.
I can do that.
Let me explain what I need from you. The first fella that's already cost me a small fortune of goods, nay, a full fortune of goods. His name is Itrop. He's a Duros smuggler. He is a jackass. I know for a fact that he has a close friend that gives them insider information on my trades. And I know for a fact that that man is a Chiss bartender at the casino across town. I would have taken care of that fella a long time ago. But he's too highly connected.
So how do you expect us to help? We're gonna whack this guy or charm him?
What do you want from this guy?
I want you to figure out where Itrop is and eliminate him, not until you've interrogated him about his partner in crime, Markreek.
First of all, it doesn't exactly look like you're hurting for business. I motioned to the front of the warehouse. And second, what makes you think we won't betray you the same as they have?
This is embarrassing. But you saw all those crates at the front. Did you not?
That's correct.
Aye.
They're all empty.
And the weapon?
The weapons are only there to impress potential customers.
Well, they are quite impressive. So you must have friends. Or some kind of...
Not since my business has been ruined by these two whelps.
What would a group of mercenaries like ourselves have to do to get our hands on something like that to carry out this task of yours?
I'd be willing... I've already lost a lot of gear in the past to adventurous folk that think they're up to the task. But this is the last time I give any handouts. I'll give you all 2 pieces of goods from my collection. Only 2. That's all I can afford. And then you're welcome to go on your merry way. But let me be clear about this. First, you are to go to the cantina, the Dancing Tauntaun, across town. Talk to the Chiss bartender, Ymera. Find out where Itrop is going to be and making his next steal. And make sure that you get the information from Itrop about Markreek. Because only Markreek knows where his stash is located. I'll also give you one more bit of advice that I just found out from some spies that I kind of have up my sleeve. If you are able to take out both Itrop and Markreek, I would not bat an eye if you took their smuggling ship. A beautiful ship, from what I've heard. You could travel anywhere you wanted. And you're welcome to any goods that you find there.
So what's
All
in it
I
for
want
you?
is these 2 dead. These 2 lug nuts will be dead, and I can continue my business as usual. and I can start bringing it back to what it once was.
So we to assume that whatever stash they have is worth more than this ship of theirs?
The ship? I don't know, really. The ship, I know, is worth a small fortune. And freedom can't be bought.
We'll take your job.
I have one thing to ask.
You seem like you have a question, good sir.
We take on a lot of risk trusting a stranger, coming to his place, going into his back room. Luckily, we weren't ambushed. Now, what you
I
ask
do
us to
honest
do now,
business.
what we ask you now, is a huge favor with no guarantee of success and little help up front. Let's say you at least start us with some credits in order to proper prepare ourselves for this job you do so.
I would ask you to make a negotiation check, please. And that'll be a hard negotiation check against 3 dice because this is a businessman, and he's not willing to give up credits up front. He is very positive that across the Dune Sea in Tatooine, these fellas have a cave that they store goods and where they land near to smuggle goods off Tatooine.
Not willing to part with credits then.
Well, no, I mean, yeah, he's saying that if you can take these guys out, there's probably enough in it for
There's a
you.
lot in it.
But we're not even prepared yet.
Well, he's
so-
right. Well, he's
Other
not,
than
he's
what-
off. He's
Come on.
offering goods to you guys to get you set on your way here.
Let us depart, friends, to the bar.
Are you making a check?
I can't check with that guy if he's that reluctant with it.
Well, you might as well make a check. I mean, because you might win. What is your
That's true. But,
are you charming? Is
I
that what you're trying to
have-
do, or are you? Oh no, I'm sorry. You're
Negotiation.
making negotiation check, right?
That's what you propose.
Right, which is based on presence, and so you could roll 1 yellow die and 1 green die against his 3 purple. But it can happen, and you might get a triumph actually. So
That's true. What's the disadvantages to doing something like that?
no, none. I mean, either you can only get something out of it if you win.
Oh,
I
that's
think.
true. Okay. We'll do that then, right? 1 green and 1 yellow?
1 green,
And
1
I'll-
yellow, 3 purples.
1, 2, 3, roll! Ooh.
All right, you did succeed, but you did get 3 threats.
Let's hear what the threats are.
He says, it's credits you want to start. That's what you would find most valuable.
It's what keeps us most flexible.
I can guarantee that nobody will give you better prices, or a better price than free on the guns and armor I can give you.
We shall take weapons and armor, either or, for me and my technician friend. The woman may not be as valuable with such equipment.
All right, so I'll give you a bit of armor and weapons. So based on that check, guys, before you go, before you head to the dancing tauntaun, I am going to double check on what gear I can give you guys that he has, because I have a list here. You guys, what's the best weapon you guys have? Blaster pistol?
Yeah, I believe so.
Pistol.
Are you guys
Oh, I got-
only capable of ranged light?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. Everyone, so nobody can do ranged heavy.
Um,
Nobody has that skill.
how come over blaster pistol it says heavy on mine?
Because
Then you
the
have a
blaster
heavy.
the blaster pistol requires heavy, I believe. Be heavy. No, but it says heavy blaster pistol. So you have a heavy blaster pistol.
That's
But
what it
as
says.
far, hold on, I'll double check.
So on the skills, it should say like on your weapons and equipment, it should have your blaster and then the skill it requires. So
Ajax.
like mine it says hold
Right.
out blaster,
So
and
ranged
that's
light.
a ranged
Right.
light.
So
Ranged light.
so you have ranged light.
Correct.
Okay, that's fine. So heavy blaster pistol. Here's what I'll give you guys. This is what you guys get to. Blaster pistol. And you have shock gloves, right, Matway? Or I'm sorry, Mathis.
Mathis, yeah.
Yeah.
Mathis, you have.
Yeah.
Okay. Ajax. Hmm.
Also, fellas, we're gonna need a place to probably store or reserve this equipment for before we go into the bar, because walking into a bar heavily equipped is probably not a good idea.
While Tyro's looking through his goods, I shoot Gray a mean glare for his comment earlier.
Ooh. Okay. Hold on.
I pretend not to notice. Hey, I'm an arrogant asshole in this game. You know my backstory.
All right, gentlemen. Here's what I want to show you. Or actually, you guys don't need a picture. He gives you. Who would like to take a long-range blaster pistol?
Long range?
You
Yep.
take that.
Me?
All right. Write
Yeah.
Write
Alright.
this down somewhere, Grady, because
Okay.
this can be your weapon if you want.
Alright. Writing it down. Long range blaster.
Hold on, wait. The name of it is the X-30 Lancer.
X-30 Lancer.
Damage is 5.
Damn. 5.
Crit is 4.
Crit. 4.
Range is long.
Range. Long.
It's in perfect shape. On the market, it would be worth 1,000 credits.
Perfect shape. 1,000 credits.
It has a rarity of 5. You don't need to really write that down, but it is a rather rare gun.
Sweet.
And then you also the special qualities of the gun is that it's accurate 1, pierce 2.
Accurate. 1. Pierce. 2.
All right.
Alright. X-30 Lancer.
You also, and Tyro hands this to you with a worried look. He says, "Use this well. It's the only one I have right now."
Hmm.
And he hands you guys a thermal detonator.
Thermal detonator.
And you guys can decide who carries that. But let me tell you about that quick. The thermal detonator is extremely rare. Let me find its stats. It acts as a thrown grenade. The rarity is 8. The price is worth 2,000, and it's also like only black market price. The damage is 20.
Okay.
The crit is 2.
Crit. 2.
Range is short.
Mm-hmm.
It has a blast 15.
Blast 15.
Breach 1.
Reach.
Breach.
Breach.
It can blow up doors.
Right. 1.
Vicious 4.
Vicious, huh?
Yep. I'll
Okay.
get into that later. And then he sends you on your guys' way. And he says, "Please get these bastards. They've caused me too much hurt right now. I hope I've given you enough firepower to do the job." And he sends you on your way. Are you guys okay with taking a quick break right now?
Yes.
Sure.
Yes.
I have to pee.
Okay. Sounds good. I have to pee too.
All right.
Right.
PP.